Please ignore my hair. I'm dyeing it tonight. I'm trying to cut off my roots. Hey guys, what's up? It's me, MacKenzie, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button because I post videos whenever I want to, and also hit the bell to be notified whenever I randomly upload. Today's video is going to be another story time video, and I'm super excited to film this for you guys. I've actually wanted to tell this story for a while. It's definitely one of my more like intense stories besides the one of me getting kicked out Besides the one of me getting kicked out of school. If you haven't seen that yet, hit the little I up top or click the link down below. You can go watch my story on how I got kicked out of school. Not clickbait, I literally got kicked out of school. Oh, my cat looks so cute right now. I would show you, but like I don't want to mess my setup up. So, you probably already read the title. Yes, wanted by the police at 13 years old. I'm just gonna jump right into it. So I believe I was 13 years old, maybe like end of 7th grade, I think. If you hear my dogs, I'm sorry. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so like end of 7th grade, 13 years old, you know, like living the life in middle school. It was a half day of school, so we got out I think at like 10:45, like 11 o'clock in the morning, and obviously I don't know why I had to say that. And it was like a thing on half days where you would like walk to the pizza place that was right near the school, and then you would like walk around town, I guess. I don't know, we were weird. It was a thing. They still do it to this day, so I don't know. But, so it was me and a group of friends. It was me, my best friend, my ex-boyfriend, this kid, I don't know how he got into the group, and I think my stepbrother joined us at one point with the kid who I don't know how he got into the group. And I think that was it. There might have been one or two other people, but I think that was it. So we went to the pizza place and we got some pizza, and then we walked back up to the school grounds, which was like a 2-minute walk. And we went to the playground to hang out. And the way that our playground is we have like an older kid playground and then like a younger kid playground for like preschoolers, so like infants, I don't know. It was like a little kid playground. And I don't know why. I think it was because like they were having like an after school program at the older kid playground. So we were like, let's hang out at like the little kid playground. So we all decided to hang out at the little kid playground. And again, it was me, my ex-boyfriend, my best friend, and at this time my stepbrother and his friend were with us. And me, my ex-boyfriend, and my friend were on the swings. I don't know where the stepbrother and the friend are, but we're on the swings, and I don't really know how to describe it, but you know those toys, or like the playground equipment, where it's like a thing and you like sit on it and you can like rock back and forth or something? I don't know. It was a big purple dinosaur. I will insert a photo if I can find one. Maybe I'll go take one. I don't know. I still live pretty close. But it was like a big purple dinosaur that you could like sit on and you would like swing back and forth. It was low-key lit when you were little. But that was at like the center of the playground. And me and my ex-boyfriend at the time, my boyfriend at the time, he wasn't my ex at the time, he was my boyfriend at the time, but me and my boyfriend at the time decided that we wanted to go on the purple dinosaur. So my friend stayed on the swings and we went on the purple dinosaur. And while we were on the purple dinosaur, we realized that like the screws that were like holding it in the ground were like loose or like weren't there. Like I don't know how they like were broken, but they were broken. Like it wasn't holding it down. So we decided, we were like, okay, like we're gonna get off, because like we didn't want to like break it, you know? So we got off and we went back over to the swings, and then the kid who was hanging out with my stepbrother went on the purple dinosaur. And at this point, like, we didn't know he was on it. We were just like hanging out at the swings or whatever. And then we look over and we see the purple dinosaur like fall over, like it was pushed over. And like we weren't the only people at the playground. Like there was like little kids there, there was like parents there, like we weren't the only people there. So a lot of people saw this kid knock over the purple dinosaur. And we were like, oh shit. So we, like, me and my boyfriend run over and we pick up the purple dinosaur. And we were like, shit, like what are we gonna do? Like, fuck. So then a mom walked over to us and she was like, my cat wants to hang out. This mom walked over to us and she said, you guys have to leave, like you guys are like too old to be in this playground, like you guys gotta get out of here, like leave or I'm gonna call the cops. And we were like, shit, like okay. So we like round everyone up and we go to leave the park and we walk through the older kid park because it's like the little kid park, the older kid park. So we like walk through the older kid park and we head up to like the track that was like at the middle high school. And like here's the park and then like across the street you have to like walk like up a hill and like here's the track. So we're walking through, we're low-key freaking out because we're like, what if like they call the cops, like we didn't even do anything, like it was this other kid and like he was still with us at the time. I don't know why, like literally leave. I don't even know why he was there. But so we all walk up to the track and we're like, oh my god, like this isn't like cool, like why did you do that? And he was like it just like it fell, like I don't know. And I was like, dude, like you're gonna get the cops calling us. And we were all freaking out and then we heard sirens and then we were all like, oh shit. So we run over to the edge of the track, which you can like see the playgrounds from the edge of the track, and we look and we see like 3 cop cars like at the little kid playground and we were like, shit. So we're looking over, we see all the parents are being like questioned by the cops. We're trying to hide, like we're like at the track, like there's really nowhere to hide at the track and we're like freaking out, we're like looking for somewhere to hide, like we need somewhere to hide. And then my principal at the time drives up to the track because it was like a way that you could like drive up there with your car. So he drives up to the track and we're running, like we're literally running and he's driving like after us like on this track and we're running and we're running and we're running and then sorry, hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, sorry. Oh shit. Okay, it was like all of a sudden like everything started dying, like my camera was dying, my computer was dying. Anyways, where was I? Oh yeah, so my principal drove up to the track and we're running from him. Like we see him and we're like, we're not about to do this right now. So we start running along the track and he's literally like driving after us and he stops his car and he gets out and he's like,
hey, like you guys, like you kids, like get over here, like we need to talk.
And we're all like, okay. So we all walk over to him. We're standing in front of his car. It is me, my boyfriend at the time, my best friend, my stepbrother, and his friend. And then there was a couple other kids at the track, but like they didn't like come over with us because they weren't with us. They were just like watching from afar. And he's like,
I got called out of my meeting for this, like what are you doing, like you delinquents, like you're getting the cops called on you, like what happened?
And then I was like, well, like, God, what do I call this kid? I don't know, like Orange. So this kid, Orange, I'm like, Orange did it. Like, Orange was the one who knocked over the purple dinosaur. And he turned to me and he was like,
really? Because I heard reports from the police that only you and...
we'll call him Apple, my boyfriend at the time.
That you and Apple were the ones who knocked over the dinosaur.
And at this point, I'm like, no. So I start fighting with this principal and I'm like, I did not do this, like Apple did not do this, like Orange was the one who knocked over the dinosaur, like I'm not going down for this. And he was like, I will see you in my office on Monday, because it was a Friday. He was like, I'll see you in my office on Monday, like you gotta like go to the police, like you gotta take care of this. And he leaves and I was like, I'm not going to the cops, like no. So I make up a plan with these kids. My boyfriend at the time, he gets a ride home, I think. I don't really know where he ended up at this point. My stepbrother and Orange leave, like they walk away. And then me, my best friend, call my mom, and we're like, you have to come get us. And she was like, why, like, where are you? And I was like, the cops are after us. And like, if you can just imagine like a mom like getting this phone call from her 13-year-old daughter, I was like, the cops are after us, like, you have to come get us. And I'm like telling her where to pick us up so like the cops like don't see us. So she picks us up, but the only way home is we have to like drive like past the park to get home. So me and my friend are laying on the floor of her car like covered as we're driving past these cops like trying to get back to my house. And at this point I'm like, oh my god, like I have a warrant out for my arrest, like I'm gonna die, like I'm gonna go to jail, like my whole world is dying, like I'm literally gonna die. So we're driving home, I'm literally crying, I'm like, I don't know what's happening, like I don't know why no one will believe me. So I get home, Monday rolls around, and I get called, okay, never mind. Let me start over. It's Monday, I'm in school. So far nothing has happened, everything seems pretty good, and then I'm sitting at lunch, and like lunch was over, like lunch had just ended, I'm sitting at the table, I'm ready to get back up to go to class, and my principal comes over behind me, taps me on my shoulder, and he's like,
can I see you in my office?
And like me trying to be like the good little fucking princess I am, I was like, oh my god, of course. So I go to his office, and when I sit down, my ex-boyfriend at the time, comes in. Apple comes in, and he sits down next to me, and we're both sitting there. We're like, shit, like we're gonna get in trouble, like we're gonna get expelled, like this is it, like my career in school's over, like I'm just gonna drop out, you know? So we're sitting there, he comes over and he's like,
alright, like in my office.
We go in and we sit down, and it's like me, Apple, and then like him. So like he's sitting, like my principal's sitting in between us. And he's like generally speaking to both of us. Like I don't think he was like personally like aiming the question at me. Like I felt like he was talking to both of us at the time. I don't really know if I just like misunderstood, but he was like,
alright, so tell me what happened.
And then Apple was like, okay, well, and then he turned to Apple and he was like,
like I was not talking to you, like I was asking her, like if you speak one more time, like I'm gonna expel you, like don't talk over me, don't interrupt me.
And I'm sitting there like, oh my god. Oh my god. So he turns to me and he goes,
what happened?
And I was like, okay, well, like we were just like at the park, like we realized that the screws weren't on the bottom of the dinosaur, so like we got off, and then what did I call, Orange went over, got on the purple dinosaur, and then it broke, you know? And he was like,
well, there was a witness at the scene who specifically named like you and Apple as the one who knocked over the dinosaur.
Which I know this girl, and the only reason she named us is because like my name and Apple's name were the only two names out of the whole group that she knew. So I think that was the only reason why she named us, but we did not knock over the purple dinosaur. So I'm sitting there and he's like,
so are you like 100% sure that like Orange knocked it over?
And I'm like, yeah, like 100%. Like we got off, like I swear, like we watched him knock it over, like we helped to pick it up, like it just like escalated out of hand. And like at this point, like, why can't Apple like hasn't said anything, like he's not allowed to talk. I don't know, like I guess I don't really know, but like Apple couldn't say anything, like I wasn't even allowed to talk. Like he told him that, like if he said anything he was gonna like get expelled or whatever. So we're both sitting there like Apple in silence. I'm trying to tell what happened, and the principal looks at me and he goes,
well, I was going to expel you, but then after talking it over with the officers this weekend, we decided that we were only gonna suspend you. And
like me sitting here like the perfect little child I am, have never gotten in trouble before, I literally like tears swelled up in my eyes, and I was like, oh my god, like suspension, like you're kidding, like I'm not getting suspended, like this isn't happening, like you can't do this to me. And then he goes,
but after further consideration, like I decided like you guys are just gonna serve like 5 detentions, and like it like that's that, like 5 detentions is what you're gonna get.
And I was like, but we didn't even, or maybe Apple said this. I think Apple was like, but we didn't even do anything, and he turned to them and he was
like, if you talk again, like I'm gonna turn your 5 detentions into like a suspension, and then like 4 in-school suspensions, like don't talk, like don't interrupt me, like don't sass me, and like
I'm sitting there like, but we didn't do anything. And he was like, okay, well, oh my god, I'm sorry. Hold on one second. Someone is hacking my Instagram at this very moment in time. Okay, while I'm waiting for that email, where was I? I don't know. So, in the end, we got like 5 detentions. I think he actually ended up in the end dropping them to like 3 or 2 detentions. But yeah, that's basically it. That's a story about how I was wanted by the police at age 13. I didn't even do anything. I don't even know if Orange like got in trouble for that or if it was just us that got in trouble because like we were named, but like we didn't even do anything. I don't know. It was a huge mess. I still think about it to this day because we were actually in the newspaper. They had like a police column and it was like, I don't know. I tried to find it. I'll try and find it. I've looked for it before. I don't know if I've ever found it, but it was like whatever the date was, and it was like police called to like playground for like children like damaging school property or something like that. I don't know. It was dumb. Okay, so I'm sitting here editing this, and I just want to mention, like, I just want to, like, add this in because I think it's really funny. We were actually banned from this playground until graduation, and I think it's really funny that I'm telling this story now because I graduate in 3 weeks, so technically in 3 weeks, I'm allowed back in that playground, so... But, yeah, so... that's my story. I hope you guys liked it. If you want more story times from me, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. I have plenty more, trust me. I know my life doesn't sound interesting, but I do have lots of stories that I'm ready to tell you guys. So give this video a thumbs up if you want to hear those. And also look out for some videos coming soon. Hint, hint, some prom and graduation themed videos. I'm super excited. And yeah, so that's it. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!
But the days get harder.